जब से तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों से लागे रे, जब से तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों से लागे रे।
Hi, Paula.
Yes?
This is Philip Alexander. Colin Hamilton from React gave me your number.
Yes, Mr. Alexander. How are you?
I am good. We have a following on live social media that are tuned to what is going on, and Colin said you might be the best person to give us some updates at this point.
Yes, I can give you as much as I have.
Please, thank you.
Okay, so as you know, we are currently under tropical storm watch. I'm not sure if bulletin number 6 is out yet, but we are up to bulletin number 5. After about 2 this afternoon, there may be a bulletin number 6 because I haven't gotten the opportunity to check as yet. What we want to suggest to people is that they stay in as much as possible. The present weather conditions are not due to the tropical storm, due to the intertropical convergence zone. But as we go along into the evening, we were getting little weather patterns that, according to the meteorological services and UDPM, the pattern should change and we should start experiencing tropical cyclonic conditions, right? If we have elderly folk at home, or we know of anybody who has elderly, if we have elderly neighbors or people who are disabled in any way or may not be able to help themselves, we should certainly look to help and secure those persons as soon as possible. Because we're getting into the later hours of the evening already, right? We should also make sure those persons who have chronic illnesses have their medication with them. In case of necessity, that we should have adverse conditions going into 2 or 3 days, right? They should have at least 73 or 74 hours supply of medication with them. Also, I would like to suggest that we don't try to go outside during the storm if it really gets bad, because there's lightning associated with them, even using telephones. We don't want to conduct electricity and shock ourselves. So tropical cyclonic conditions come with rain, with a lot of thunderstorms, and we don't want to get problems with lightning. Other than that, the first people you look for assistance from is your regional corporation. Your regional corporation, not the ODPM. Don't we call it the ODPM just like that. Make sure you have your regional corporation's numbers in place, and you are calling the regional corporation for any assistance necessary before you do anything. I am told, I'm not quite clear on as yet, and I don't have all the information, but shelters will be open. No, they should be open by now. So if you need to go to a shelter, if you think your housing condition is not good enough for you at this time, and you need to protect yourself, if you can't seek shelter with a neighbor or family member, then contact the regional corporation to be sheltered at a government shelter. And yes?
Paul, I was going to ask you, this extra bad weather that we're having now, that is not part of the storm, would it exacerbate the conditions?
Well, I'm not a meteorologist. But what I seem to remember is that we had a similar condition during tropical storm Alma many years ago, where the intertropical convergence zone and a weather cyclonic condition met. But I'm not a meteorologist, so I can't answer that with professional understanding.
Absolutely. Paula, one more thing. The homeless, anything that's been done about to take the homeless up, especially ones who are living under the Riverside car park by Besson Street?
I don't know of anything that has been done. I really have not touched wrong at that level.
Could you raise it on, could you get React to raise it on their network for me, please, so that in case it's been overlooked, somebody would know, especially if somebody could inform Port of Spain City Corporation.
What I will do is I will go totally, I'll try to find out from the ODPM or from the Port of Spain Regional Corporation if there's anything happening with that, and probably send you a text and get back to you on it.
Thank you very much,
right?
Paula. As we're gonna be live for as long as it is possible. For the duration, we want to keep people informed. If there's anything that you think that you would like to use our network, just send information or tell me to call, and I'll call you so that you could add to the conversation. Yes.
Well, certainly, and I would like to return the favor to you. So if there's anything you need at any time, at any hour, once I'm able to answer, I will answer you.
Thank you very, very much. You all are doing yeoman service again. Thank you very much, Paula. What is your role with React?
I am the first vice president of the React Trinidad and Tobago Council at this time, but also the coordinator of St. George County React Team 4928 for the Diego Martin Regional Corporation.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I will save your number, and if we have any information, because I too am based in Diego Martin, so if we can assist each other, we will share information that way. Thanks a lot for giving these updates to our viewers, and I'm sure they will hear from you again before this event is concluded. Thanks very, very much.
One quick thing, Mr. Alexander.
Yeah.
I want to remind you that we live in a society where crime is not with us. It's very much with us. And people take any opportunity to commit crime. So while some of us are hunkering down and trying to make the best of a situation, there are those who are planning to be criminals. And if in the event of anything untoward happening, we need to always be guarded, particularly to watch for the children who could get displaced very easily in an emergency.
Well, absolutely. We've been telling our viewers, and it's been spreading because I've heard it go into other networks and on the television now. We've been telling our viewers that fix home, then fix your neighborhood, then fix your community. So I'm in for the evening now, unless I have to go out to respond to anything. But I've already touched base with everybody in my neighborhood. They all have my telephone number. I've asked them to call my phone so I can record their numbers. And they know that I am here in case of an emergency. And I'm trying to get everybody else to think like that. So as you are suggesting, because we need to be looking out for the children, the most vulnerable, the elderly, the infirm, the sick. So yes.
Yeah, but particularly if we have adverse things happening after the weather has passed. when we start to clean up and so, children tend to get displaced very quickly, and we need to look out for them. They
Absolutely.
are vulnerable.
Thank you for that. I'll raise that issue again so that we pay extra mind to the children. Yes?
Okay, Mr. Alexander, take care,
Thanks.
have a good evening,
You too,
and God bless us all. Take
Yes,
care,
God
bye-bye.
bless us all. Thanks a lot, Paula. Right, that's Paula. I want to give you her last name, Paula Granado. She is she said she's the vice president, if I'm not mistaken, of the Trinidad and Tobago React. These people are doing wonderful, wonderful work. Now, I want to let you know, every time there is any kind of bad weather, we've worked in the past together with Regional Corporation. We've been first responders, and there have been two really bad situations in Diego Martin in the past decade that we were involved in rescues in both. But this is a different situation because this is a tropical storm. And in these situations, you need to be guided by the professionals. So I just got a message from Eric Mackey, and I know that he is probably swamped. And this is probably him telling me, he said he cannot take any calls right now. He's at the National Emergency Operations Center. So clearly their hands are full. If you have any situation that you would like to share, if you have anything that you would like to share from where you are in the country now, if you would like to update Trinidad and Tobago, you want to send me a video or a voice note, I'll share that. But if you'd like to call in, my number is 682-2110. I'm going to keep this live feed running for as long as possible. So, yeah, let's hunker down. I am assuming now, it's 5:30. I am assuming that businesses have wrapped up, sent their employees home. I am assuming that everybody. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Yes. You want to go live? You want to contribute live? Hold on one second, I'm gonna put you live. We have an update. Chaisa, where is this update from?
Okay, this is from, I'm watching Channel 3, but what is happening? Channel 6. Manzanilla.
Don't listen to yourself on the phone or on the computer. Listen to yourself on this phone here.
No, what is happening is this. They are not saying exactly where the place is.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Listen to me on the phone that we're talking on. What do you want done?
From Manzanilla.
Right.
Yeah, but what is happening is that the wind is gusty, trees are falling, roofs are blowing off. And they're giving you a little excerpt and then they're coming off the television. Now, I am not able to put a visual to it. The thing is, people don't really know what is happening because TV6 is repetitive all the time. The other channel is not bringing anything. And when they do bring something, I mean, it's little and nothing.
Okay, well, I have no interest in what traditional media doing. We will be updating here continuously on social
Well,
media.
yes, I'm on here continuously too.
Right, so any information, any videos you have, send them to me via WhatsApp and I will share them and we will put out
Okay,
proper
great.
information. Yes?
Right, great.
Thanks a lot, Chaista. Bye.
Okay.
682-2110. If you have anything to share, that will update the situation, update the country. The storm has been updated. It's a tropical storm. His name is Brett officially, although I'm calling it Tropical Storm Rowley because I want to. Yes. So, by now, you should be settling in. By now, we should be, I'll turn off this, the ringer. Sorry about that. By now, we should be settling in. I have my vehicle parked right outside my door. It's like 3 feet from my door. And so I am literally ready to move. I don't know what the conditions will be like when this storm hits land. We don't know what to expect. We're not in a position to know. People complaining that traditional media have nothing on it. Social media going and begging, trying to get somebody from ODPM to give us a bloody update. I do not understand why the country is being run so piss poor and mismanaged, and I am upset. Because the people need to be guided. If we end up with people injured or panicking, it is because of the bullshit that this government is doing. They are failing to keep the people informed, and I am not happy with that. And we are documenting these things via video, because we will be able to tell the government after, you failed. You failed. Right now, if you do not give the people information to guide their decision-making processes, and people get themselves in trouble, because if people do not know where to leave, if Manzanilla and Toko or Mayaro and Maclot under pressure right now, you're supposed to be in a position to tell people if they evacuate. We don't even know what the weather conditions are like right now. The updates that we're getting are as timely as we could, and we're sharing them among ourselves. But somebody, some public office holder is supposed to be giving us timely updates, and we're not getting that. We're getting releases. We're getting press releases. They're feeding us like dogs. I am not happy about this. Gary Griffith and I spoke earlier. The National Operations Center, people wouldn't realize how functional that National Operations Center was. But while he was Minister of National Security, they used to have FET after FET after FET in Chaguaramas, and the people in Carnage never had a problem. Because the National Operations Center coordinated the movement of thousands of people in and out and kept everybody informed. This government is failing at the wheel. Every single challenge. Now, we've said, prepare, and we've prepared. I am assuming everybody who is looking at me speak now, you've had a lot of lead time and a lot of information to prepare. So I'm assuming that you're prepared, you're secured, but there's only so much that we can do with the limited information we have. I don't know to tell people, ply up your windows, masking tape your doors, or duct tape your doors. I don't know, because they're not guiding us. So we can't give the information now. Yeah? People texting me to tell me CNC3 on the air. CNC3 could kiss my half-red ass. Social media information plenty more current than CNC3 and TV6. They are rebroadcasting what we broadcast here. And they don't have any information either. And that is because traditional media is in bed with government. They've put us in this position. They've put us in this position. They've sold their soul. Media no longer represents the public. I'm incensed as to what's going on in this country right now. Yeah, I want to ask people, stop sending me prayers and best wishes and all those things. I appreciate it, but you're just clogging up the network with it. Assume that we're all praying, okay? Make that as an assumption. Now, you should, before things deteriorate, have printed out or written down the numbers for your regional corporation, the police, the fire, ambulance. You should have that written down. You should also have your closest neighbors, then your loved ones, and that piece of paper, what that is written on, should be secured in waterproof plastic. That should be done. If it's not done, walk away from watching me and go and do that now. I just have to go by my mother and tell her, where's your passports? Where are your birth certificates? Give it to me. Let's put them in a plastic bag. Let's fill your buckets. Fill your mop bucket. She said, but we're not going to mop. I said, I used to flush the toilet. You don't know what the situation is going to be. We don't know. They call this flying blind. And we're not called with no caller ID, so I'm not going to take it live until I know who it is. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. I guess it's somebody that wants to go live without me knowing who it is, but we don't do that here. We're going to have to screen calls, especially today. Yeah? Because we don't need any nonsense. Any nonsense. And I trust agents of the elected officials who trying to defend the foolishness, to sabotage and talk foolishness here. We're not going to be tolerating that. We need to see a number. We need to see a telephone number. And it's as real as that. Now, Paula was mentioning crime. We didn't touch on that at all, but you're supposed to be secure in your neighborhood. And by now, you're supposed to have a self-imposed state of emergency in your neighborhood. If somebody's in your neighborhood and none of your neighbors know, they need to account for why they're present there. Yeah? Because a storm is coming. So if they don't have somewhere to go and live, they need to go and report to the regional corporation and get somewhere to stay. But they're not supposed to be in your community at this point. We're supposed to be on self-imposed lockdown, yes? So let's get serious now. Because we're 3 hours away from this thing hitting land, or sooner. The skies are getting dark. It's 5, 5:30, 5:45. Anybody has any updates, any information that they would like to share, feel free. You can give me a call now, 682-2110. If you have any videos that you would like to share, you could send it to me to that number, WhatsApp. I'm getting messages and I'm trying to keep on top of all the messages we get in. In a perfect world, I'd get Eric Mackey because he in the belly of the beast. But again, this is why I'm upset. Because when Gary, and I keep referring to that because that was the only time the Ministry of National Security was ever functional. And the ODPM is a department of the Ministry of National Security. And at that time, the commander of the NOC was available at the drop of a hat to give an interview. The head of the fire service, the police service, the ODPM, Stephen Ramrup, used to be all over the place giving updates. That's how you run a country. This is a tropical storm. This is a natural disaster about to hit this country. And these jackasses running blind. And have the nation running blind too. Madness. I tell you, after this storm, we're going to have a conversation. This government has to go. Starting to kick up in Valsayn. Again, you all need to understand, this may not be the storm that you're getting. We have bad weather, natural bad weather happening that is being followed by a storm. So, at some point, things going to get calm and then it's going to get bad. Yeah? We have a lot of stuff being sent. The reality is, the nation is not being informed, and that is unacceptable. That is completely and totally unacceptable. This is gross mismanagement on the part of the government, and I don't want to be upset. I want to sit here and just give you guidance, but I know that the people who are elected to office have responsibility to you. They have responsibility to you. I remember calling ministers on the phone and they're ducking calls, and I'm telling them, listen, you have a responsibility to the people of this country who pay you. You have a responsibility to answer them. Most of the people in Trinidad and Tobago couldn't pick Edmund Dillon out of a lineup. He is so missing in action. He is so silent. Waste of time. A bench warmer. A PNM seat holder, bench warmer. Yeah? Keith Rowley and his little bandit clan running the country. Ripping this place off, damaging it, destroying it. It is time for us now as a people, after this storm, to take whatever legal corrective actions we could to fire this government. We need to fire this government. The country is not being run. Do you feel safe? Do you feel protected? Do you feel looked after? Right now it's hit and miss. I want to trust that the protective services are coordinated and ready. But as Gary said earlier, we have no way of knowing that they are. We have no way of knowing that they are. We have no way of knowing who is in charge of this event. Who is in charge now? We have no way of knowing that. I don't even know who the media is turning to for updates. Because it looked like every Tom, Dick and Harry sharing their own stuff. Nothing from the government. Nothing. And if you all are not ready to fire this band of clowns, I swear to you, I have no interest in wasting the rest of my life in a jackass land. This nation is worse than a failed state. We are a laughing stock and a joke to the world, to the entire world. The only thing Anthony Bourdain do is laugh at us. He wanted to laugh at us. You could see it. Trinidad is a joke. wealthy beyond. He said we're the fourth richest country in the Western Hemisphere. And the nation is a joke. We're a failed state. We're a banana republic. When people think Trinidad and Tobago, they think Somalia, countries like that, failed state. And I'm upset. And if the opposition doesn't know how to call a vote of no confidence, 50,000 of us have to go out in the road and call a vote of no confidence. We have to go in the street and stand up for our country. This is insane what is going on. This is insane. Yeah? This is insane. It's in Central. First casualty, Pluck Road, roof gone. Be guided. And it just start yet. What is worse is the racist tribal monkeys we have in this country that supporting red and ready and yellow and steady. They bring nothing to the conversation. They bring nothing of value. Because of them, their family living in squalor. And they're so foolish that they can't even get out of their own way. So they defending abuse. It's like taking rape and saying he feeding the children. That is the kind of foolishness we have to deal with in this country. It's a kind of circle that I don't know how to address, because it is the government that is responsible for educating the people, and we've educated the people into fools. The vast majority of our people in this country do not know how to arrive at a proper thought, because if they did, they wouldn't accept this. They wouldn't accept this at all. So every now and then I see one of these sycophants find their way to my wall to talk their foolishness.
Reporter, I don't want you to waste time. Remember, we still have more than behind. Peter, look, the English woman who sent foreign troops in Africa land. Peter, I just don't care what you say. The Ku Klux Klan man can't get away. Why?
Right. We want updates. 682-2110. We want updates. Call me from where you are. Tell us what it's like in your community. Let the rest of Trinidad and Tobago know. We especially want to hear from people in Tobago. We want to hear from people in East Trinidad, Miaro, Manzanilla, Toco, that entire East Coast. We want to hear people in South Trinidad because it's hitting there first. Give us some updates. Let's be guided.
So unkind, so much corruption that they make. Now it is time they must see me way. Peter, Peter, don't hold me back. Look, the one we drop the public order. Peter, look, catch that big belly fella. We carry the money down Panama. Peter, Peter, look, the woman who bring foreign troops in the Caribbean. Peter, I just don't care what you do, but ball head going in the fire too.
That's Galiota. That was Galiota. I'm going to turn off the music so as not to pull any extraneous feed because I don't know what's going on with the feed and we don't want to risk it tonight. So I'll use my iTunes, my Calypso feed in my iTunes because I want us to be able to that was a water spout in Galiota. They've recalled everybody from the oil rigs. I've been told. I have no idea if that is absolutely true. We're not allowed to call React directly, Ronnie, but if you want to send something to me, or I suggest you call Colin Hamilton. Val saying overcast, breezy with light showers. How do you feel about the fact that your government, what we were just showing you was a water spout of Galiota. How do you feel about the fact that your government is not talking to you right now, 2-3 hours away from a natural disaster hitting this country? How you feel? Shaguana's dark and windy. 682-2110. Another shot at it. Hard rain in the east for over an hour. Rain falling in Maraval. As I said, we're gonna keep the live feed running. You all can keep talking to each other even when I'm not sitting here. I'm not switching it off. It's gonna run for the duration. If you're not indoors by now, you should be, eh? Get indoors.
Now pull up looking for you. The big bear helping them too. Monkey jump up and throw an in effect. Things not like they was before. This drums is a rhythm war. In the party is who could wine, who to win this time. So you best have wine. Ben lion, Ben bad man. Why you wine so I get on mad in the people place?
If you live close by your folks, I went by my parents, I checked up on them, I filled buckets for them, I helped plug in stuff that need to charge and stuff. Go and look for, don't assume that the elderly on top of the ball. Go and check, even though you tell them, go and check up on them. Yeah? As I said, as much as I'm upset, I want us to come out of this problem free. I want us to come out of this. I want us to survive this. We need to survive this. I don't want this to be the thing that breaks this country. I want us to survive this. We mustn't have a problem. No matter what go on, let's band together as communities, rescue each other, hold each other up, lift each other up, regardless of how it gets. Let's continue to deal with this from a people first perspective. But we will address the shortcomings of government after. We have to. This is unacceptable. Nowhere else in the world would this be going on, and they allow this to happen. A tropical storm bearing down on this country. Government missing in action. Joke is joke. Ann Jones, I went to 6 places looking for batteries, nowhere had. People ask me, this is your way you come looking for batteries? I went with my mother and fixed what we could have fixed.
Check for the wine, that was his true sign. So his feet are paying for ball. Meanwhile he having a ball. Look out for the real lion.
It's a storm. You just call it a cyclone. It's a storm.
Ben bad man. Why you wine so I get on bad in the people place? Ben rude boy.
It's just another name for a storm. I don't know why they're using this, but they're using this. So they never panic yet.
All Caribbean.
No. Nobody, at least not that I am aware of, came out and told the people where all of a sudden we're using cyclone from. Nobody came out and said, all of a sudden you're calling it cyclone. So the old people asking me, Philip, was a cyclone? Should we be worried? I said, cyclone is another name for storm. Why are we calling it a cyclone when forever it was storm and hurricane in Trinidad? Why? Hi Philip, I'm a retired captain with BWI, Cal, and I am now looking at the rainfall intensity radar echoes from the Met office at 3:15 p.m. And from what I see, based on the speed of the storm's movement, we should have heavy rainfall by 7 p.m. for about 3 to 4 hours. That is an update from someone who would have been trained in reading weather patterns on a radar. Again, he says, I am now looking at the rainfall intensity radar echoes from the Met office at 3:15, and from what I see, based on the speed of the storm's movement, we should have heavy rainfall by 7 p.m. for about 3 to 4 hours. That's an hour from now. That's an hour from now. Yeah? Another pilot is agreeing with it. So I think I'm thinking that we all on the same page. By now, well, this is the list I put out this morning. Put gas in the car, get batteries for the torchlights, get some candles and matches, keep the matches in waterproof plastic, put passports, birth certificates, deeds and other important documents in watertight plastic and put them safe and within reach. Secure medications, fill water to drink that does not need refrigeration, antibaid, charge phones and computer devices, secure some food that does not need refrigeration for about 2 to 3 days, Create a phone number list with neighbors and loved ones written down and secured in waterproof plastic. Prepare for no water and no electricity. That's as bad as it gets. And when I say prepare for no water and no electricity, I'm not talking about tonight. I'm talking about the next couple of days going down the road. What will you do for the next couple of days? Prepare. Think about that. So you have some time now. Fill buckets, fill bowls and pots and containers. Fill it with water just in case. Those who live in low-lying or flood-prone areas should take flood prevention measures, including investing in duct tape and sandbags to tape and secure the bottoms of doors. Masking tape for windows is always a good idea. Walk around your yard, secure all loose items, including plant pots and building material that could become missiles in high winds. Make arrangements to bring pets and animals indoors. Yeah? Do not panic, but get yourself prepared to ride out the storm. That's our reality. That's where we're at. That's where we're at now. Yeah? Although also those of you who do not know, we've shared from the Voice of the Deaf and Hard of Hearing of Trinidad and Tobago, we've shared their video. It's available on Stand Up TNT. It's also available on my wall. Those of you who don't know, Stand Up TNT is the group that we're using to coordinate all information. So even if we can't go live, once we get information, all the different people from REACT and the Meteorological Office and everybody, they're putting the information there. So go and find Stand Up TNT, bookmark the page or join it. And the admin's trying to keep on top of that, also getting members in there. Yeah. The Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission has issued 2 additional hotline numbers in light of the tropical storm warning. Following is a statement issued by TNTEC. The Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission wishes to advise members of the public that as a result of the tropical storm warning issued by the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Office, in addition to the existing 800 TTEC 8832 and 800 bulb 2852, 2 new hotline numbers will be activated from 6 p.m. this evening. The numbers are 794-4823 and 794-7264. 794-4823 and 794-7264. On my wall and in Stand Up TNT, you will see a picture of TNTEC trucks. That's the post with that information. Find it, save it, share it. Yeah? Early this morning, we gave advice to the government. I don't know how much of it they are taking, but this is what we suggested to the government and public officials. Put the essential services on high alert. Cancel all leave. Initiate reporting structure. Army should be deployed to bolster security throughout all police stations, and Army Engineer Corps to be deployed to work in tandem with regional corporations. Ambulances commanded and dispatched to all fire stations. Fire stations put on high alert. Hospitals put on emergency alert, initiate disaster protocols. Regional corporations to prepare equipment, material, and manpower for road clearing exercises as soon as the storm passes. TNTEC to be ready to secure damaged power lines. Telecom and cable companies to be ready to work in tandem with TNTEC. ODPM should begin the process of familiarizing the public with emergency protocols for before, during, and after the storm. I am yet to hear anything like that. People living in dwellings that are deemed unsafe should be moved to school compounds and community centers for their safety. Security patrols should be deployed immediately after storm passes to prevent looting and to negate the need for a state of emergency. If we prepare, we can ride through this and, regardless of severity, put our nation back together in quick time. All those charged with state and emergency responsibility are expected to display the highest levels of professionalism, dedication, and readiness. Most importantly, government and authority is built on trust. And once the people believe that the apparatus of state can and will manage, there should be no panic, looting, or other untoward developments. And we put that out today, 10 hours ago. 10 hours ago. So yeah, I've heard somebody suggests TNTech will be turning off electricity. I do not know if it is true, but your phone is a flashlight. Most phones now are a flashlight. And there's absolutely no need to be panicking at all. Yeah? Breaking news. Tropical storm conditions are expected to first reach portions of the warning area tonight, making outside preparations difficult or dangerous. Rainfall. The disturbance is expected to produce total rain accumulations of 2 to 4 inches over the Windward Islands and the eastern coast of Venezuela tonight and Tuesday. So for those of you who are hoping that this is going to just pass over Tobago, this is something that is affecting Venezuela as well. So it's going to completely blanket Trinidad from San Fernando, from the tip of the southern coast, all the way to the northernmost part of Tobago. Yeah? Again, a call from Colin. I don't know if this is a call to go live. Colin, is this a call to go live? Yeah. No, that's on my video, that's on the page. Yeah, that's just this video. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. So you have any updates? Okay, so we know officially a storm with a name. Okay, good. I'm waiting on that update. Okay, bye. Right, Tropical Storm Brett. Tropical Storm Brett is the name of the storm. Yeah. We're supposed to get that update. As soon as we get it, we share it with you. So we're just watching for it now. Nothing else to add. Once the storm hits tonight, consider tomorrow a holiday. Don't wait for the government to declare it. Consider tomorrow a holiday. Don't put yourself in danger. Once the storm hits tonight, consider tomorrow a holiday. And they will advise further what happens with the ensuing days. Tuesday should automatically be a holiday if that storm hits tonight. And they will tell you what happens after that. Yeah? I'm just reading updates.
I just take off my shirt, but so she made Trini brands. The woman just put on a smile as she danced, she samba dance. She
had me in heaven, she had your boy in hell. What that woman do to me, I just couldn't tell. All I know is she ring me bell with this. Bim 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 baby di bam bam. Riggy diggy bing the be diggy bang. Bim 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 baby di bam bam. Bing bim bim the be the be. Bim 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 baby.
Mearow has very heavy winds. It's very dark. They're recording winds in wind speeds of 80 kilometers per hour. As for Mearow, anybody from Mearow, Manzanilla that would like to call and give an update or to WhatsApp me an update, would appreciate it greatly. Again, messages from all over the world. Again, what's funny is I am getting updates from people in Belgium, Canada, and the United Kingdom about our country, but our media don't have it yet, and our government not putting it out. Unreal, the level of mismanagement that we're dealing with here. It's unreal.
Then I start to notice, wait, like you is about this. She said, darling, no, my darling is not so. You see, Trinidad and Brazil.
Stand up TNT, find yourself today on your phone, bookmark it. So during the course of the evening and tomorrow, the updates, they're going there. So you'll, whether or not we have live videos, you'll be clued in. Just clearing up some. I'm in Diego Mountain West and I'm hearing the rain now. It's dark. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a little walk around and check and see what's going on. But I'm leaving the live feed running, so you all could keep the conversation going. I'll be back shortly. A black indigo.
Tell me what.
That's Tobago from Blue Haven Hotel. Okay, so we're gonna take a break and come back at it shortly. Give everybody a chance to go and, I guess, grab something to eat or whatever. We will be monitoring and updating continuously for the duration. I'm getting videos from Maclot. Yeah, I had this one before. So yeah, we're also going to do a reset on all of the internet devices. Cool. To the people who telling you to come out to storm parties and things, don't be foolish. Ignore them. Ignore that nonsense. Right? Let's stay safe and let's come out of this. No casualties. Okay? So I will talk to you all in a little while. We're just gonna take a short break now. We're supposed to be having some activity within the next half an hour. So we see what's going on. Yes? Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago. Do not take any foolish chances. We want video, we want updates. We do not want you putting yourself in harm's way. Okay? Talk to you all in a bit.